Published 0755 Est, 24 November 2017. Updated 1015 Est, 24 November 2017. A murderer jailed for stabbing an 18-year-old before raping her as she lay dying has been given 2 more life sentences for attacks he carried out before the killing. Mark Dixie was jailed for life in 2008 for murdering of Sally Ann Bowman in a crime which shocked Britain. After 7 years in jail, he went to police to admit to the 1987 rape of a woman in a Croydon car park and a 2002 attack on another woman in the South London suburb. He was handed 2 more life sentences today, meaning it is very unlikely he will ever be released from prison. Mark Dixie, who is in jail for the rape and murder of teen model Sally Ann Bowman, has been given 2 more life sentences at Southwark Crown Court for 2 further attacks. Mark Dixie, now 47, had been ordered to serve at least 34 years for the notorious murder in 2008. He finally admitted the killing to detectives in January 2015 and went on to confess to 2 more attacks over the course of 40 interviews. His sentencing hearing today heard Dixie may have confessed to maintain a degree of notoriety. Dixie's previous life sentence meant he was not eligible for parole until 2040, when he will be 69, and the new sentence means it will be another 4 years until he has a chance of being freed. The court heard today that, before Sally's murder, Dixie had carried out a string of attacks in the UK, Spain and Australia, where he lived from 1993 to 1999. The offending history reveals an escalating pattern of violence towards women, coupled with UAL depravity, said prosecutor Zoe Johnson QC. Sally Ann Bowman dreamed of appearing on the cover of Vogue, having modelled at London Fashion Week events and in magazines. She was murdered by Dixie in 2005-1987. Dixie rapes woman in her car before setting fire to the vehicle with her tied up inside. 2002, he indecently assaults a woman and smashes her over the head with a crowbar. 2005, he murders Sally Ann Bowman, raping her as she lay dying from numerous stab wounds he had inflicted. 2008, convicted of murdering Miss Bowman, despite his denial, and jailed for life. 2015, Dixie finally admits killing Sally Ann Bowman. He goes on to confess to other crimes. 2017, admits rape, GBH with intent, indecent assault, and given further life sentences, extending his mandatory term. Dixie left behind a palm print during the first attack in June 1987, when he was just 16, ambushing a lone woman who had just left work on the 7th floor of an isolated Croydon car park. He had bundled a 44-year-old woman into her own car and asked her, "Do you want some CK?" After raping her, he pulled a silk tie from her blouse and using it to tie her wrists. When she pleaded to be released, Dixie told the terrified woman, "I can't, you'll go to the police," before stuffing tights in her mouth and binding her feet with a seat belt. He started to ask her questions about her age, whether she had children, and the jewelry she was wearing around her neck. He then took cash and bank cards from her purse before setting fire to the front seat. The victim then became aware of flames coming from the front of the car, said Ms. Johnson. He seemed delighted in her obvious fear. Fortunately, the victim, who was hysterical and thought she was going to, managed to wriggle free and raise the alarm. Dixie stalked the streets of Croydon, pictured during the Sally Ann Bowman investigation and the second attack, which Dixie carried out in Croydon town centre. He fractured a woman's skull by repeatedly smashing her over the head with a knife-sharpening tool. He told her, "I am going to kill you," and indecently assaulted her before the attack was interrupted by a member of the public. At a hearing earlier this year, Dixie appeared via a video link from his prison cell in HMP Franklin and admitted rape, causing grievous bodily harm with intent and indecent assault.